Hello, I'm Mayor Tammy Dana-Bashian. The state of the city is an opportunity for me to share with you the past, present, and future of our city. We call these presentations the State of the City, but for me, that really means the state of the people, because it's the 62,000 of us that make up this great city. Rowlett is all about community, and it really does take all of you to make it great. Thank you for joining me as we celebrate Rowlett and look forward to the great things ahead. I would like to start this address by acknowledging my predecessor, Todd Gattell. Last May, Todd resigned his position as mayor of Rowlett, and he is now running for Dallas County Judge in the November 2018 general election. Todd had served on the Rowlett City Council since June of 2007, including the last 7 years as mayor, and has been instrumental in changing the face of Rowlett. He's been both a mentor and a friend to me and many others in Rowlett, and I have benefited greatly working side by side with him since I was elected to the City Council. His tireless service during the tornado earned him the nickname Bat Mayor, as he was always there when you needed him. This town is a better place as a result of Todd's leadership. Thank you, sir, for all you have done for our community. It's been just over 2 years since an EF4 tornado swept through our town the day after Christmas and left a path of destruction 4 miles long and nearly a mile wide. The Martha Lane water tower became an icon throughout our community and an unofficial symbol of Rowlett's resilience. Unfortunately, the water tower was determined to be damaged beyond repair and was demolished on February 6th. This was one of the city's oldest water towers and will not be replaced. The water utility system has absorbed the functions it previously performed with no interruption or degradation of service for our citizens. To commemorate the closing of this chapter in our history, pieces of the water tower were preserved for future Arts and Humanities Commission public art installations. Soon, we will see the installation of Troy Conister's Phoenix as a monument at Schrady Bluebonnet Park. In this piece, the mythical bird flies away from a cyclone as a symbol of resilience and rebirth. In response to the tornado, the Rowlett Long-Term Recovery Committee was formed in January 2016. This team of Rowlett citizens created a hands-on, dynamic organization which provided information and services to tornado survivors, as well as managed donation distribution, including the Rebuild Rowlett Fund. The Rebuild Rowlett Fund received over $300,000 in cash donations that were distributed to 43 Rowlett homeowners that were uninsured or underinsured, and through additional assistance from organizations such as Catholic Charities, St. Vincent de Paul, the United Methodist Committee on Relief, the Salvation Army, and our local churches, we believe that over $1 million in direct relief was provided to our impacted residents. And this does not even include all the donated services that were provided. With their mission complete, the Long-Term Recovery Committee presented their final report to the City Council in October of this year. I would personally like to thank each and every member of the committee for their dedicated service that helped so many Rowlett citizens struggling with the aftermath of the tornado. Job well done. While we cannot overstate how difficult and traumatic the tornado was for many of our residents, the overall rate of recovery has been remarkable. I'm happy to report that rebuilding in the tornado zone has been extensive. The work for about 86% of the building permits issued is complete. And when finished, we expect over $60 million in new investment in our tornado-ravaged areas. And at the onset of our disaster, we feared that the tornado would cost our taxpayers millions of dollars in public infrastructure and recovery costs. Due to extensive support from our surrounding communities with public safety and public work resources, volunteer efforts from our citizens, insurance coverage for our city assets, and the incredible work by our city staff to manage reimbursements we received from FEMA, we are happy to report that while the total cost of the tornado was approximately $3.4 million, the impact to the city's budget was less than $200,000. One of the biggest stories this past year was the reduction in the city's property tax rate in our 2018 fiscal year budget. We believed it was very important to provide tax relief, as many of our residents were incurring significant increases in their property valuations. While about 70% of each homeowner's property tax bill is comprised of school district, county, and hospital taxes, all of which are outside our control, we were able to lower the city's property tax rate by 1 full cent. Future tax reductions may be possible, but we will need to carefully weigh this against capital infrastructure needs and desired public amenities in our growing community. Rowlett citizens are getting a great value for the city property taxes they do pay. You get all our city services like police, fire rescue, parks and recreation, and library services for only $4.26 per day for the average household. Rowlett operates very efficiently, as evidenced by ranking as the 5th leanest North Texas city in a recent Dallas Business Journal study. Rowlett employs 77 employees per 10,000 residents, well below other comparable cities that average 98 employees per 10,000 residents. Rowlett is a great place to live, and our future is bright. Our community is realizing the high-quality development and amenities it deserves and has long desired. Today, we have major, first-rate projects going vertical in every quadrant of our city. Bayside will bring tourism and will provide cultural and recreational amenities never before seen in Rowlett. Bayside, a 262-acre mixed-use development, will include a 9-acre Crystal Lagoon and is expected to provide $1 billion in private investment as well as generate up to 7,500 jobs. The Village of Rowlett, a $35 million transit-oriented urban village development in downtown Rowlett, is substantially complete and offers 249 residential units including lofts, bungalow court homes, townhomes, and ground-level live-work units. The village received the prestigious Celebrating Leadership in Development Excellence Award this year, and the village also received the Influence Award from the Urban Land Institute of North Texas. Coming next to our village area, the move of our library back downtown and the opening of additional restaurants with outdoor dining along Main Street. And in the spring of 2018, look for our second Main Street Market, an event organized by our Main Street merchants that was a huge success in its inaugural September 2017 event. Also this year, Baylor Scott & White Medical Center at Lake Point broke ground on a new 80,000 square foot, 3-story patient tower that will include 32 additional hospital beds. This space will also house administration offices, patient registration, and a neonatal intensive care unit and well baby nursery. We are excited that Baylor Scott & White is investing in our town and is bringing even more first-rate medical services to our community. Providing housing to residents at all stages of life was a key objective in our Realize Rowlett 2020 Comprehensive Plan, which was adopted in 2011. Evergreen at Rowlett, our new 138-unit independent living facility for individuals 55 and better, opened in 2017 and was 100% leased within a month of opening. And Harmony Hills, located on the George Bush Turnpike, is a 654-unit multifamily project which completed Phase 1 and is already undertaking Phase 2 due to the high demand for urban mixed-use residential apartment communities. In total, Rowlett anticipates between $800 and $950 million in private investment over the next 5 to 7 years, depending upon the speed of development. This potentially represents $10 to $15 million in annual property tax revenues, which can be used to invest in infrastructure needs and desired public amenities. With funding from our 3-year $25.8 million capital investment program, as well as annual capital maintenance funding, much progress has been made or is in the works on many capital projects around town. Installation is complete for the fiber optic communication lines that now provide reliable and consistent communications and data transfer citywide. The first phase of the Public Safety Department Training Center is also complete, with the new radio tower implementation providing complete communication interoperability. Design and construction plans for the new training center are complete, with construction to follow in the near future. Several road projects are complete or underway, including Big A improvements, Primrose Lane street reconstruction, Dalrock Estates Phase 1 street reconstruction, Highland Meadows Phase 1 street reconstruction, asphalt rehabilitation on Liberty Grove Road, and the design of the Merritt Road interconnector. Additionally, a replacement traffic signal was installed at Chisa and Miller, and the long-anticipated traffic signal at Chisa and Liberty Grove should see completion in early spring of 2018. And our alley reconstruction program is in full swing and has progressed very quickly over the last year, with the completion of 6 alleys. 3 additional alleys are completely designed and are currently out to bid, and 11 more alley projects are currently in the design phase, with construction to begin in the spring and summer of 2018. You can stay up to date on all our construction projects with the CIP interactive bond map on our website at rowlett.com. And our Parks and Recreation Department has been extremely busy completing many projects, including the renovation of the Rowlett Community Center, shade structures at Community Park, shade and picnic tables and outdoor fitness equipment at Pecan Grove Park, a new slide feature at the Wet Zone, the opening of a new soccer practice field at Katy Railroad Park, and the development of a Parks Master Plan and Hike and Bike Trail Plan. And coming soon, resurfaced tennis courts at Herforth Park and Rowlett's first off-leash dog park. In a testament to superb financial leadership, the City of Rowlett is only the 4th local government entity in the state to receive all 5 of the Transparency Stars through the State Comptroller's Transparency Program. Less than 0.1% of local entities in Texas have achieved this remarkable honor. And the financial awards and recognition don't stop there. For 13 straight years, the City of Rowlett has been awarded both the Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting for the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report and the Distinguished Budget Award. Water is quickly becoming the most expensive utility bill in our households. Rowlett has experienced 10% increases in the cost of water from the North Texas Water Municipal District for the 3rd straight year, and these increases will continue for the foreseeable future. Like many such water wholesalers, our supplier, the North Texas Water Municipal District, has a take-or-pay provision that requires their customers to purchase a minimum amount of water based on their historical highest annual usage. For Rowlett, this amounts to 3.2 billion gallons annually, which was set shortly after the drought of 2006. Currently, Rowlett residents are only using approximately 2 billion gallons of water annually. While this is great news for water conservation, it creates a heavy financial burden for Rowlett, as we are required to purchase over 1 billion gallons of water annually that we are not able to sell to our residents. Over the past 13 years, Rowlett has paid almost $10 million to the North Texas Water Municipal District under the take-or-pay arrangement for water that was not used by our residents. After researching and analyzing the rate structures of surrounding cities and usage patterns of Rowlett customers, we determined that Rowlett rates should be adjusted, particularly the base rates. Our objective was to develop a pricing structure that was more equitable across the board for residential and commercial customers. I am happy to report that a new water rate structure was implemented on October 1st, including a shift from the base rate to the volume rate. Also, we now have a 3-tier volume rate, where previously there were just 2 tiers. The new pricing structure meets our objectives of providing more equitable pricing across our customer base, reducing the burden on low-volume residential users, and encouraging water conservation. Knowing that we all have to work together to conserve water and minimize costs, we replaced all 18,000 radio antennas in the city for our new smart water meter reading system. These new advanced metering infrastructure antennas, which remotely transmit water consumption data directly to our city's utility billing department, are now the standard for utilities around the country. And citizens now have the ability to access their water consumption online. The system reads every hour and gives you the ability to set high water usage alerts. With this information, our residents can spot and repair potential leaks before they result in higher utility bill. We had great news this year for those living in the western and northwestern areas of our city. After several years of development and implementation, we went online this year with the upper pressure plane. Rowlett homes and businesses in these areas are now experiencing greatly enhanced water pressure. The project, envisioned in 2008, was one of the most significant and strategic water projects Rowlett has undertaken in the past 10 years. The top of the Main Street tank was constructed 50 feet higher than the top of the existing water storage tanks in the city. This additional elevation facilitates higher water pressure. That extra 50 feet makes our new water tower one of the tallest in Texas. Along with our partners, staff dedicated over 4,500 man-hours implementing the upper pressure plane. Fully operational on July 20th, the total cost of the project was approximately $15 million. After obtaining a renewal price quote from our existing solid waste provider that would have increased costs to our residents by over 84%, we switched providers to FCC Environmental Services. FCC was chosen for several reasons, including the best service to Rowlett customers at the lowest cost, new trash and recycle polycarts, and the ability to maintain unlimited weekly brush and bulky waste pickup, a service that was highly desired by our residents. You can't beat that. You may have noticed some activity around the water tower in downtown Rowlett, next to the village. Although our historic downtown water tower no longer stores water and is not connected to the city's water distribution system, the elevated water tank is an historic relic, symbolizing the growth of the city since its installation in 1952. And now our tower is getting a much-needed facelift. Improvements include sandblasting and painting the tower, repainting the word Rowlett in block lettering on both the northeastern and southwestern sides of the tank, and the installation of white, red, green, and blue LED lighting. The project should wrap up by early 2018. These improvements will allow the tank to continue serving as a downtown landmark for many years to come. I am sure you have noticed that TxDOT has begun Phase 1 of the State Highway 66 Landscape Beautification Project. All funding for this $2 million project was provided by grants received from Keep Texas Beautiful and TxDOT's Green Ribbon Program. And more improvements are coming to Highway 66. The city recently received word from TxDOT that a grant in the amount of $752,000 was awarded to Rowlett for traffic signal improvements along Highway 66. The engineering design will begin in January 2018, and the installation of the traffic signal improvements is planned for summer 2018. Every department in the city of Rowlett strives for excellence in their field to bring you the best possible service. There is no more vital service provided by local government than public safety. Our police and fire rescue departments do an outstanding job each and every day. Rowlett is consistently listed among the 50 safest cities in Texas. Our public safety team is there when you need them. For 2017, the average response time for our police department was 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And our fire rescue department response time was also remarkable, with an average time of 4 minutes and 37 seconds. And 911 calls were answered in an average time of 3.6 seconds. Community engagement and education is a large part of our public safety team's mission. Popular programs include the Citizens Police Academy, the Citizens Fire Academy, neighborhood crime prevention programs, CPR classes at the Rowlett Community Center, and superhero fire prevention presentations at local elementary schools. I am profoundly grateful for the dedicated men and women who serve this community every day. Recently, the Departments of Public Works and Development Services were awarded the prestigious International Accreditation designation by the American Public Works Association. Rowlett is only the 124th agency in North America and the 9th agency in Texas to achieve this designation. This is an incredible accomplishment by a team of employees that go above and beyond every day for our citizens. And for the 12th consecutive year, the Rowlett Public Library has received the Achievement of Excellence in Libraries Award by the Texas Municipal Library Directors Association. As the community's living room, the library and its resources bring great value to the life of this community. And to meet the needs of increasingly independent customers, the Rowlett Library implemented self-checkout at the library this year. Was it a hit with our library patrons? I would say yes, as 60% of all circulation is now facilitated by the new self-checkout process. Rowlett was once again named a Playful City USA for the 8th straight year for our outstanding dedication to play and commitment to children. In 2017, only 17 Texas cities earned recognition from the national nonprofit Kaboom as Playful City USA communities. The Rowlett Parks and Recreation team had a banner year in 2017. The Rowlett Community Center had over 332,000 visitors, a 7.5% increase over the prior year. And our family-centered water park, the Wet Zone, broke records with almost 40,000 visitors. Our senior programs at the Community Center are always improving, and our array of classes and activities continue to grow, like the very popular pickleball. And seniors also now have a golf cart shuttle service to the RCC, from your vehicle to the front door. Our Parks and Recreation Department also offers year-round special events for the entire family. Every year, these special events get bigger and better as they bring our community together. Thank you, Parks and Recreation Department, for continuing to help our families make special memories. In 2017, the city adopted the International Property Maintenance Code as the property maintenance model for all properties throughout the city. Additionally, the city implemented a rental housing standards program, which establishes a minimum set of standards for single-family and multifamily rental properties. Getting involved with local government has never been easier or more fun. The Rowlett Citizen City Academy is a new 12-week course offered twice a year, where up to 25 Rowlett residents learn about and interact with Rowlett government departments and employees. It's been a huge hit this past year. The next class is coming soon, so please visit the Neighborhood Life page on Rowlett.com and sign up today. And while you're on the Neighborhood Life page, check out the new block party trailer. It's loaded with everything you need to set the stage for a successful block party. A strong neighborhood is the backbone of a strong city, and neighborhood block parties are a great way to build lasting ties with your neighbors. One of the greatest assets of Rowlett is our volunteers. It never ceases to amaze me the number of people who love this community and show it through their volunteerism on a daily basis. In fiscal year 2017, volunteers donated almost 19,000 hours, which is the equivalent of over 9 full-time employees. That's a cost savings to our city of over $470,000. We are so very grateful to those who continue to selflessly give their time to serve Rowlett. Whether it is volunteering at the animal shelter, serving on a board, commission, or committee, giving input on recommended future bond projects, or serving our community as part of the Rowlett Citizens Corps Council, CERT, VIPS, Keep Rowlett Beautiful, Friends of Rowlett Animal Shelter, Friends of Rowlett Library, Rowlett Strong, or organizations such as the Rotary Club and Lions Club, we are very proud of these strategic partnerships. Our sincerest thanks to all organizations that help make us Rowlett Strong. As we look towards 2018, we have some work to do in the coming months as our city continues to evolve and grow. The time has come to update and modernize the city's strategic plan, which was last adopted in 2005. We will be updating the plan to reflect the priorities and values of Rowlett residents and businesses and to create a roadmap for achieving the city's vision by providing high-quality services, utilizing best practices, and promoting well-planned growth, while enhancing our community's sense of home. The time is right to assess and adjust the city's strategic direction in response to our changing environment and conditions. Our current comprehensive plan, also known as a master plan or land use plan, Realize Rowlett 2020, was adopted in 2011. Comprehensive plans typically have a life cycle of 5 years. Since 2011, our city has undergone significant changes, including the opening of PGBT and the DART Light Rail Station, as well as significant planned and realized development. So it is now time for us to update our comprehensive plan. We will update both our strategic plan and our comprehensive plan over the same time frame in 2018 to bring synergy to the process. In the coming months, we will be providing information and opportunities for you to get involved and offer your input. City Council and staff are currently in the process of determining the extent of a capital improvement bond election for the May 2018 ballot. Our Community Investment Advisory Board recently provided recommendations to City Council on important capital improvement projects after receiving extensive input from our residents throughout the last year. It is imperative that we continue to invest in our community to provide necessary infrastructure improvements, public safety resources, and public amenities that make our community a place we all want to call home. In closing, let me say, we have just begun. Let's continue to keep moving forward together. Personally, I want to thank you, Rowlett, for providing me the opportunity to serve. I am humbled and honored by the trust that has been placed in me to serve as your mayor. I, like so many of you, love Rowlett and view our residents as part of my extended family. It is my privilege to work side by side with the finest public servants anywhere. Together, we will continue to work to make decisions today with an eye toward future generations. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for everything you do to make Rowlett great. Let's make 2018 our best year yet.